Hey there, hi there, Capricorns. It's me, Priscilla B, and my daughter Angel's here to say hi as well. Angel says hello. So here we have the Capricornia Sea Goat, Knave of Hearts, Cups. Okay, Capricornia Sea Goat, Knave of Hearts, Cups. Location: a faint constellation appearing June to October in the southern. Hold it up like this, like that. See? And August to November in the northern hemisphere. All right, Luna says hi too. So it's a mystical creature associated with the god Enki in Babylonian mythology, making the winter solstice. In Greek myth, this constellation is associated with a goatfish. All right, there you go. Hold it up. Good job. So basically, Capricorn, goatfish, as well as the playful goat horn and legged deity Pan of countryside and forest, to escape the monster typhoon that was sent by Gaia in the war between the Olympians and the Titans. All right, so there you go. There you go. Okay. So basically, Pan took refuge and jumped into a river and turned the lower part of his body into a fish. Zeus prevailed over the monster Typhon with the help of Hermes and Pan. With gratitude, Zeus placed the image of Pan in the heavens as the constellation Capricornius. Cartomancy: a sincere, gentle, and honest man, an adventurer, a rebellious outsider, utopian dreamer, an offering of love, a young seducer, good luck, joy, success, innocence, puppy love. Tarot: studious, youthful, enthusiasm, a message of love, news, surprise, and offering services or a gift. Creative arts, enthusiasm, quirky, wild, and free, able to give and receive. The zodiac: Earth sign ruled by Saturn. Capricorns can be go-getters, practical, diligent, ambitious, focused on detail, intellectual, hardworking, honest, loyal, creative, sensitive, and patient, sometimes workaholics. Divination: brimming with youthful enthusiasm, a playful and nature-loving messenger, may bring you pleasing news or an offering from the heart, one that is twofold and cleverly crafted with different heads and tails like the sides of a coin. This knave may offer the service that you have been looking for to fulfill your work or creative aspirations. It may have a couple of different options to fit your lifestyle, work ethic, and daily needs. Endeavors you undertake now will be inspired by fresh, exciting, even quirky things from inspiration that seems to come out of the blue. The Knave of Cups draws signs from nature, and his instinct may seem prone to fantasy and magic tricks. But you will quickly learn this new energy is in fact organically nurturing and packed with crazy wisdom that can bring you a good dose of the fool's journey, setting you sure-footed on a path for wild adventure or on an ascent to mountainous heights. Inspired and free with this new creative expression, you'll feel grounded and level-headed with a hard-working ethic to succeed seemingly. Okay? So that is a great energy. Okay, we can put that right there in the conscious part here. Okay, so pulling off that, okay, energies, okay, we have higher perception, okay, we have passion, we have creativity, okay, you have an evolution, I feel like, that is happening, Capricorn, in your hearts, okay, you are on a mission to find love, you are on a mission to seek a greater consciousness when it comes to what love means to you. And that's a beautiful, passionate endeavor, I must say. We do have Yahweh guidance and glamour energy glam. Okay, so there is some dark energies that sometimes pull you down into, like, a sort of death, transformational period in your life, a rebirth in your life. But you are holding and building this sword of power here to overcome those who are attacking you, those who wish harm on you, and it's making you look so glam. Like when you protect, your heart, and when you stand up for what you believe in, you are like a glam queen, okay? You've got a lot of just glamorous energy that's really becoming and making a lot of suitors attracted to you at this time, and that's because you're passionate. Okay, your fear here is, a little Six of Wands energy. Is, will this victory happen? And the answer is yes. You wouldn't get this card if it wasn't going to happen. You know, you are going to be the victorious knight in shining armor for yourself, for self-love, for self-discovery. You don't need, a suitor to, come in and like rescue you, right? You are your own suitor, okay? And you're practicing self-love and you're practicing self-respect and self-care and you're setting clear boundaries here. And that's what's giving you hope to persevere on your quest for love. Now you have food meditation. I can. Yeah. Like food is a big part of your life, nourishing your body. It nourishes your mind and your soul, eating healthy. Like there's the food gods and goddesses that are giving you insight and wisdom to how you can take care of yourself. And this is a key component to your past and how you have moved into your future glamorous self. Like you keep yourself fit, you take good care of your health and your body. And this is causing a major transformation. Like I'm getting this energy from this card here in this reading. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. Yeah, like you're doing a cleansing of your body. Can be a ritualistic a process that gives you a cleansing of your soul and makes your mind clear and perceptive. So when you do have to wield that sort of power, when you do have to use your mental clarity and awareness to give yourself that higher perception, to transform yourself. Okay, this is presently what is happening now at this time. Look, we got the Three of Cups, shrimp cocktail, right? Make sure those shrimp are deveined, right? Like there are some like certain, possible suitors out there that, they can eat shit. Like they aren't anything special, to talk about or discuss or anything serious. Like I feel like they have often taken you for granted and undermined like all that you have to offer, Capricorns. And this generally happens to Capricorns when, we put in our whole heart and we give, without expecting anything in return, which I can attest to as a Capricorn. I've done that numerous times. But the thing is with that is that if you don't receive anything, after a while, you start to recognize how you're not giving to yourself anymore and how you're taking the toll for it. Like you're taking the pain for it, and it's doing you a major disservice to your soul. So you have to stop and be like, if this guy isn't buying me a shrimp cocktail, if this guy isn't taking me out to dinner, if he's not buying me flowers, if he's not following the rules of like no sex before monogamy, if he's not taking this seriously, if he's not willing to take this to the next level, then what am I doing here, right? Why waste my time and energy with this person? So at some point, you may have to start treating yourself, and this person is going to see that, and then they're going to find you attractive, right? And then they're going to want a piece of it, and you're like, no, you didn't do anything for me. You didn't feed my soul. You didn't nurture me. Why the heck would I do that in return for you? You know what I'm saying? It's okay to be polite, and it's okay to show like genuine like kindness, community kindness, blah blah blah. But like when it comes to someone who's like done you disservices in the past and taken you for granted in the past, you don't have to like bend over backwards for this person, okay? Because that could cause you major problems in the future if you're not careful. All right, so moving forward, we have here the High Priest, knowledge, sharing, beliefs, fellowship, challenge tradition, personal belief, unorthodox, the High Priest. Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with this masculine energy of wanting to learn more about you, Capricorn. But I would just be careful of like whether or not their intentions are to deceive you, are their intentions to pursue you romantically, are their intentions to, just like be your friend, right? Like, what are the intentions here, right? Oh, we got Queen Esther, the morning star. My ego is in service of my soul, and I trust my soul's divine timing. Yeah, trust yourself. Trust in yourself here at this time, okay? Your divine goddess energy is giving you this message because it doesn't want you to think that you are less than or not equal to a masculine energy that could be posing as someone who is like intellectually knowledgeable about love journeys and things like that. I don't think this person like knows everything that they think they know, right? Queen Esther was like, a feminine goddess, and that she was a woman who basically, went to the king and was like, your right hand man is trying to kill my people, right? And she took a risk there because she was risking her own life. What if the king didn't even believe her? So I think like you're taking a risk here and sharing a message with someone, but you want to be careful that that person isn't going to turn around and say, no, I'm going to trust my right hand man, right? Like, you want to be cautious of this. Yeah, look at this. We have shine. Your light irritates their demons. Oh, of course it does. It absolutely does irritate their demons because they're living in a place of fear. They're not living in a place of love, of faith, of trust. They're not doing any of those things. They're living in a dark, negative space. And of course, your light is going to disrupt the darkness that they live in and they dwell in. And they're like, oh, I wear my badge of darkness and betrayal like a badge of honor. It's like, okay, good for you, I guess, but that's not what love is. That's not what a real soulmate connection is. It's not someone who has broken your trust. It's not someone who has been disloyal to you. It is not someone who's taken advantage of your kindness. That is not a love person, and you haven't won anything by saying, "Oh, well, I stayed with him anyway." It's like, I don't know why you did that, but you obviously did not trust in your intuition. Obviously, you did not believe in yourself. And when you say these things, and when you tell them these things, of course they're going to get irritated. Of course they're going to go in the opposite direction. Of course their words aren't going to make any sense because they're fumbling over their own words. Then we have here Rabia, the queen of saintly women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. Yeah, you're definitely taking your time here with this connection because you move when love calls you to move, right? You're not going to move before then. You're not going to move after then. When the timing is right, things will align, okay? And this goddess knows this, okay? We have a lot of goddesses on your side at this reading for sure, Capricorn. Wow. Our Lady of Guadalupe, or Guadalupe, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. The Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. Wow. Dakini, the enlightened feminine. My gut instincts is wise beyond reason. I trust my intuition to guide me. For some reason, Capricorns, I am being like given, this message that you need a lot of divine feminine goddess intervention at this time. It's like the universe is giving you a major love intervention right now and saying, this person, these suitors, I don't even think it's just one suitor. I think it's like a couple of suitors. They cannot be trusted. So you need to call in your divine feminine goddess team, right? This is the team you're on, Capricorn. Okay. Yeah. They're canceling out any, negative feelings, any self-conscious feelings you had about yourself past. They're calling on you at this time to reassure you and let you know, like, it wasn't you, Capricorn. Trust me, it was not you. Okay, girl? Like, you were chosen for a higher purpose, for a reason. You were chosen to see what true love feels like, what a soulmate connection feels like. And this person, like, basically, like, robbed you of that, like, storyline. But they're saying, oh, well, it happens for a reason. I'm like, yeah, I bet it does. Because you're the reason why things didn't work out. But I do think they are starting to take accountability, but the universe has to do some cosmic shifts, some cosmic, magic in the background, to get things rolling. So you're just over here chilling, spirit, act. Yeah. When the timing is right, you'll be called to act. And that is exactly what you are preparing for. Universal oneness, transcend, rebirth, infinite power. You are transcending all past karmic lessons. You are transcending, even I feel like your ancestors made some bad decisions in the past when it came to love, but not you, Capricorn. You're one of the very few in your family. I think there's a few ancestors in your family that are watching over you from like the heavens above, and they're like, you are in the right direction. You are going in the right path here. You are going to the path of transformation, of rebirth, of infinite wisdom, infinite power. But it's going to take some time, Capricorn. But you're feeling it. You're definitely feeling it. This is your influence here. Yeah, cross here, autonomy. Wow, autonomy. Yeah, that's what you need. You need autonomy. Okay, we have moonrise, cleansing. There's the prism portal opening. There it is, Capricorn. The moon and emotions. Remember, the moon can be slightly deceiving, right? It can share one emotion, like the shedding of a snake, right? It can share one emotion, shed one skin, and then get bigger and transform into another. Well, the same snake, but bigger, right? So you want to trust your feelings. I don't want. I mean, like I had a dream about a snake trying to like bite me the other day, and I'm a Capricorn. So you need to be cautious and careful. Like this, there is a sign that like you don't need to be afraid of this snake. The prison portal is opening for a reason because it's cleansing your soul. You're watching and seeing how when you be authentically you and you don't hold back, that's going to open up this prison portal, and it's going to be just a cleansing of the soul and the mind and the heart, and it's going to open up all these new wavelengths. Look at this. Yeah, we have Bridget, the goddess of the eternal flame. I'm an eternal flame, and each day my light grows brighter. Every day you're getting bigger and brighter, Capricorn. Okay, so yes, there are energies that are going to try to knock you down. Yes, there's energies that are going to try and keep you from seeing this light within you. But you can't let that, like, rejection extinguish your flame. Okay, we have here Mirabai. Okay, Mirabai, the saint of true freedom. Yes, be free to be yourself. Love is what sets me free. I am married to my own soul. You absolutely are married to your own soul, Capricorn. Yes, I mean, technically, legally, whatever, literally, you could be married, whatever, but I think you're married to your soul. And I was getting this message earlier this week too, is that if something isn't spiritually aligning with your beliefs, it doesn't matter what a legal piece of paper says. Like, it doesn't matter what, people are saying, oh, this is how we see you, this is how we judge you, blah, blah, blah. You don't care, okay, Capricorn? You don't give a shit. You don't care what other people think of you. You are married to your soul first and foremost. You follow what your soul is telling you to do. So even if you're, not, prepared, to, break soul ties with somebody, if you can't do that, like, you can't, that's not what I'm seeing here. I'm seeing that you're like married to your soul for the first time. You've come into alignment with your purpose. Um, yeah, we have Magic Labron, the diamond-hearted Dakini. I see the light in my own darkness. I face my ego beliefs to feel free. Yeah, you're not letting your ego cloud your judgment. I said that weird, but you're not letting your ego cloud your judgment. Cloud your judgment, okay? You're not. You're completely aware that your ego it doesn't always make the most sense, right? Egos are fueled by emotions, right? And that's that illusional, sometimes delulu kind of mindset, but you're not allowing that to be set for you, right? Nothing is set in stone for you when it is in regard to, um, you know, trusting your love for yourself and your light that you're burning bright for yourself, because that has been extinguished. Like, so many people, like, I feel like so many, like, past, like, you know, lovers, okay, for example, I feel like they really, like, made you think that you weren't good enough. okay, based on like stereotypical beliefs. And that was their own insecurities being projected onto you. Okay, you don't need to meet some stereotypical standard of what beauty is or how beauty is defined by social, mostly men. If I'm being honest here, it's mostly men decide who is beautiful or not. That's not you, and you're not going to listen to guys who act that way. Yeah, look at this. Rani Rudu, loyalty. You are loyal to yourself here. Sunflower's energy here. Okay? You don't need someone to tell you how to act or how to be, because you're going to just be authentically you no matter what. Okay? Um yeah, wow. You got a whole team of divine feminine goddesses right now on your side. Um Yeah, look at this. We've got Enhenduana, okay, the High Priestess. I am one with my soul, and my soul is a legacy of love. You're leaving a legacy, Capricorn, a legacy of love. So it doesn't matter to you if, you know, these people, these lovers from your past, okay, that you gave your heart and soul to, if they didn't return and reciprocate those feelings to you, it doesn't matter because you're still loyal to yourself. At the end of the day, you don't need to be loyal to them. They are a thing of the past. They are what made you second guess yourself. They are what made you not trust in your own intuition. They filled your mind with illusions of grandeur and all these other, things they told you what you wanted to hear, but you knew the truth all along. And I think somewhere along the lines, because they're, you know, uh, negative feelings towards you, their negative words to you, their negative thoughts towards you, those diminished your self-esteem, but you are gaining it back tenfold, like the phoenix rising from the ashes. Okay, like the goat that jumps into the sea and turns to a half fish, right? Yeah, I'm getting like siren energy. Balance your energies. Maintain balance in your energies to ensure overall harmony and stability. Balance energy and harmony. And look, the high priestess energy will reveal itself to you. Even in your dreams, even in your waking life, you will see this priestess energy. It's cosmic. It's shifting. The universe is shifting in your favor, Capricorns. Okay? The prism portal is opening now at this time, and you are showing up as the high priestess. And all these suitors that you gave a chance, a fair chance to, who broke your heart, are all going to be coming back tenfold now. All be wishing they didn't do you dirty, okay, Capricorns? And you're a forgiving, you're a very forgiving soul, Capricorns, okay? That's what makes you the Knave of Hearts, is like you understand, people make mistakes, right? People do things to those they love, right? Um, that's usually who gets hurt the most, right? But hate and love are very similar emotions, and only the high priestess knows the difference. So whoever is telling you that they know what a soulmate connection is, they know the different, like they know what a real soulmate connection is, they're lying to you, because you were their soulmate all along, and they did you wrong, and they left you for some empty relationship that they have to just keep going through the same cycle over and over again, and they never learn. Maybe they never will, Capricorn. I don't know. But either way, you keep shining bright, girl. You do you, okay? And keep being your glamorous self, because you know you deserve it, and don't settle for less. All right? Love and light always. Thanks for watching, Capricorn. Bye.